少し具体的にそのタトゥードミリオネアってどういうところから持ってきたのか日本のファンに教えてもらえますか？
Well, the song itself started off life as something else. It was an idea which, in fact, it was an idea which we were going to not use for the record. And it was a riff that Yannick had kicking around, the opening riff. And we tried a variety of little things. And when we were in rehearsals one day, Yannick kept saying to me, he said, oh, we've got to use it. You know, and I was saying, well, the words don't seem right. And the words were going to be about something completely, you know, something else. And they were just having a jam in one room, and I was making a cup of tea, and I just heard this jam and thought, wow, they're doing something there. And I went, do and all you want too much to me. And I ran in and said, just keep playing that. Whatever you do, don't stop playing that. And I wrote down the words and then said to Yannick, what's the next chord that should happen after that? And he sort of went one chord. And I said, no, play something really dramatic. And he went, clang. And I went, Tattooed Millionaire. I don't want you big. Right, that's it. And it just happened like that. Now, that doesn't really explain how it happened, but because I don't know how things, I don't know how, when you create something, how it happens. But just a little idea pops into your head. And then as soon as I had the line, Tattooed Millionaire, I wrote the verses. Because just about all the stuff, how crazy it is, you know, over here in LA and everything, and how there's a lot of very false people around, and so which is not why I got into music. I got into music because music was like real, and so that's what the song became about.
今回のソロツアー、それからソロのレコーディングで学んだことってのはアイアンメイデンに役に立つと思いますか？
Oh, definitely. I mean, it already has in the Iron Maiden record, because when I came off the solo album into the Iron Maiden album, I was much more relaxed about being in a studio, and I think I enjoyed making the Iron Maiden record a lot more because I'd made the solo album, and you know, I was just very much more relaxed. Because I'd already got that whole thing about going, the nervousness, studio, got it out of my system on a solo record. And the same thing with the Iron Maiden tour as well. I'm much more relaxed going out on tour in 5 weeks' time with Iron Maiden after having just done a world tour. I'm like, and especially doing a world tour with tiny stages and a different equipment every night, and some nights there's no equipment, some nights there are monitors, some nights the monitors blow up, some night, you know, we've done crazy places on this tour, and to walk into a situation where there's road crew and the stage is the same every night and you've got your own monitors, it's like, you know, it's like, wow, this is great, you know. So it should be, again, I think it's a nice frame of mind to be in to approach a world tour.
今日なんかここにアイアンメイデンのメンバー全員揃ってプレイするそうですけども、これはブルースのソロツアーの最後であるということと、新しいそのアイアンメイデンが動くということのディモンストレーションなんでしょうか？
No, not really. They're in town doing some press for Maiden. We're in town, so we thought we have a bit of fun up there, really. We've got one more show tomorrow night. And I think they're just going to get up tonight and do stuff. So it's really, I mean, it's just an excuse for a party, really.
とアルバムのことを聞きたいんですけども、今度のニューアルバムって非常にライブの音に近いんですね。で話聞いたらドラムもボーカルも1回とか2回のテイクでも全部 OK 出したっていうことなんですけども、デイブのギターは実際どうだったんですか？結構やっぱりいつもと違ってライブ的な感じでレコーディングをしたんですか？
Yeah, in fact, yeah, most of the drum tracks were laid down in 1 or 2 takes. True that. And what it is trying to keep the spontaneous, you know, keeping it alive, very live sound. I think if you keep going over something, you tend to lose that little bit of magic, that bit of spark, you know. So most of the takes were done in 1 or 2, and with Bruce as well. In fact, I think Bruce done like 4 vocal tracks one day, and he done like 4 another day, because he was steaming. He was really ready to go, and it was working. But with the guitars, you tend to have to spend a bit more time, because you're getting different sounds for different songs, really. And you kind of have to be there right at the very beginning and right at the end, because you're playing rhythm tracks, and then at the end you're putting lead solos down. So really, the guitars, they wasn't all done in one day, you know. You do like, we've done really about 1 or 2 songs a day for the guitars, you know. Because really, we was, because the songs are relatively new, you're still learning them, getting ideas as you go along. So you might do something and then change it again. And really, it's just the whole thing of spending 3 months recording, I think. You know, if something works immediately, that's great. But I always kind of think if you come up with something better, you go back and change it, you know, which we've done.
彼はホワイトスピリットってバンドにいて、僕もライブ見たことあるんですけども、その当時に当然アイアンメイデンのライブは見たことがあると思うんですよ。その当時のイメージと実際今入ったアイアンメイデンプレイしてるイメージってやっぱりギャップとかなんか違いありますか？
I've always liked Iron Maiden from the very early days. I've seen them so many times. Because we came up in around the same time, Iron Maiden, White Spirit.
Right.
A lot of other bands came up with our new wave of heavy metal.
Yeah.
Thing that came about in the early 80s. So I'd seen them, in fact I'd seen them in Middlesbrough, which is not far from here. That was the first time I'd seen them. And I always thought they were a great band, very aggressive and raunchy. And the main thing about Iron Maiden that I love is that they've never compromised. They've always kept a straight direction in everything they've ever done. And I think it's a valuable lesson to a lot of other bands. If you stick at it long enough, and you believe in it, and you totally believe in what you're doing, and you keep that direction, then at the end of the day, there's a possibility that you can go out and play these sort of gigs, and hopefully everyone can enjoy it. And that was the impression I got from it. At that time when I was with White Spirit, I was totally interested in what I was doing with White Spirit. As you are, whatever band you're in, you give 100%. So and that's what I'm giving to Iron Maiden now. And I always enjoyed it. It was great. And I knew Bruce he was in Samson, and we were all crossing paths all the time.